Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and producer Ridley Scott goes big or goes home here on HBO Max with his new series Raised by Wolves. And this is from creator Aaron Guzikowski, and this is about two androids who are tasked with raising these children on a different planet away from religion that has encompassed humanity and led to horrible things. So this show, similar to this, honestly, this show had a lot of things I felt like related to Prometheus in terms of themes of like the ideas of religion and also with the androids. And honestly, I was waiting for some kind of like xenomorph connection in some shape or form just to confirm the fact. But you know, there's these androids, they split up weird, goopy, gray looking blood like the androids and all the other alien stuff. And these androids are tasked with raising these children away from religion. And it's interesting because this show has tons of ideas and has some big crazy set pieces. And the question is, does it really come together in a deep and meaningful way? It has tons of ideas, like I said, looking at religion, looking at morality, looking at humanity versus AI. Can these androids really be tasked with raising humans in a loving and supportive way? What does religion really do to people? And people coming to this planet and getting involved in the androids trying to raise these children, and like the androids can turn into these like murderous like uber machines and just like destroying people and murking people. There's potentially these creatures that are introduced throughout, and it's really building up to this idea of human corruption and the real purpose of machines. And there's so many ideas. There's really cool visuals. It has a very interesting visual perspective on the world and how things are portrayed. But I never was super intrigued by the story. And like, you have these tons of characters, all these story plot lines, and it just feels overstuffed, overdone too much in these 10 episodes. And I felt like they were trying to really fill out like 10 hours of content that I really don't feel like they really needed to. And in the end, I feel like it was just too much, too just like slamming in. And it's HBO Max has an interesting way of how they portray, like release some of their shows, where it's not like one a week or even like 3 up front and then 1 a week after. They came out in chunks. It was like 3 some weeks, 2 some weeks, 3 some weeks, and then 1. And I'm just like, why? What was the purpose of releasing this show in this way? Actually, I think it was like 3, 2, 2, 2, 1. And like, you have like 3 hours of content, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, and then the 1 season finale. And it's cool science fiction. It has some cool ideas. It has some cool thrills throughout it. But in the end, I just feel like it's too much trying to be done and never feel like it really gets too deep into any one thing. And I feel like a lot of science fiction turns out that way. But it was a cool experience. If you love sci-fi, I think it's something that you could at least get something out of. If you're not really into sci-fi, you're going to wonder, what the hell is this show? But in the end, Raised by Wolves is kind of standard affair in terms of science fiction. But those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.